Hello students, welcome to all of you. In last video, we have completed some basic concepts related to the chapter sound. Also, we have seen how sound is produced in medium. We have completed two types of waves. First type is longitudinal waves and second type is transverse waves. And also we have seen for propagation of sound waves, medium is necessary. The medium is either solid, liquid or gaseous. But sound waves do not travel through vacuum. All of you know what is meant by vacuum. There is no air, that is called vacuum. So medium is either it is solid, liquid or gaseous state. So today we are going to see how propagation of sound waves takes place through the medium. So when sound waves travels through medium, any medium, when sound waves travels through any medium, it forms a region of higher density and higher pressure. Also, it forms a region of lower density and lower pressure. And these two parts, higher density and higher pressure, that region is called compression, and lower pressure and lower density region is called rarefaction. Suppose compression means a region of higher pressure, or higher density. It means that the particles of air are close to each other. That is called compression. And rarefaction means it is a region where particles of air are spread away from each other. That is called compression and rarefaction. Compression means air is compressed. That is, particles of air are compressed. They get close to each other. And rarefaction means air is not compressed. Particles of air are spread. They are away from each other. Therefore, when sound waves travels through medium, suppose this is a medium, any medium, suppose this is a air media, and when sound waves travels through a media, it forms a region of compression. And region of rarefaction. Again it forms a region of compression. So alternately, region of compression and rarefaction are formed up to the ear of person. So when sound waves travels through media from the source, suppose here the source of sound waves is loudspeaker. पासून निघालेल्या साऊंड वेव्स आपल्या कानापर्यंत पोहोचणार आहेत. सो when sound waves travels through media, when these sound waves start from loudspeaker, these sound waves consist of compression and rarefaction. In this way, there is a chain of compression and rarefaction alternately up to the ear of person. And in this way, when compression and rarefaction reach to the ear of person, the eardrum vibrates, and that time some specific signal is reached to the brain. And in this way, sound is produced. For that purpose, we take simple example of tuning fork. You know what is meant by tuning fork. In last year, in 8th standard, you have studied the tuning fork. It is a metallic instrument. It is a metallic instrument. It has a handle. आधार आहे याला. It has a handle and it has these two arms are present. These two arms are present. When the tuning fork is in steady position, when tuning fork is in steady position in medium of air, in medium air, when it is in steady position in medium, the particles of air are at same distance from the tuning fork. The particles of air are at same distance from the tuning fork. This is the source of sound. This is the source of sound. मागच्या उदाहरणामध्ये जसं लाऊडस्पीकर आपण सोर्स ऑफ साऊंड घेतला होता, सिमिलरली हियर ऑल्सो द ट्यूनिंग फोर्क when vibrates it forms sound. Yesterday we have seen when any object vibrates it forms sound. Similarly here also tuning fork is a metallic object. When it vibrates it forms sound. But when it is in steady position, the particles of air is the medium, so particles of air are at same distance. But in next position, but when we hit the tuning fork on a hard rubber ball, on any hard surface, when we hit the tuning fork on any hard surface, these two arms go away from each other. This is the next position. This is the next position of tuning fork. When we hit the tuning fork on any hard surface, the arms of tuning fork go away from each other, and that's why the air which is present near the arm of tuning fork, the air which is present near the arm of tuning fork, it gets compressed. It gets compressed. Therefore, the particles get close to each other in this region. Particles get close to each other in this region, and so the density of this region or pressure of this region increases. So that area is called compression. That area is called compression. In this way, when we hit the tuning fork on hard surface, in first position it vibrates, and in first position the arms of tuning fork goes away from each other. That time the air which is present near the arm, that air gets compressed, means air particles close to each other, and that region is called compression. And next part, in next region, the particles are not close to each other. Therefore, in next position, the arms of tuning fork, in next position, the arms of tuning fork are close to each other. पुढच्या पोझिशन मध्ये त्याच्या आर्म्स, tuning forkचे arms are close to each other. That time the air which is present near the arms of tuning fork, that air do not compress. Therefore, particles of that region are not close to each other. They are separate. त्या ठिकाणचे पार्टिकल्स एकमेकांना गर्दी करून राहत नाहीत. They are not close to each other, and therefore the density and pressure decreases of that region, and such region is called rarefaction. Such region is called rarefaction. In this way, one vibration completes. Now, arms of tuning fork go away from each other. In next position, arms of tuning fork close to each other. So one vibration completes here. In next position, again arms of tuning fork go away from each other. पुढच्या पोझिशनमध्ये याच्या आर्म्स पुढे सेपरेट झालेले असणार आहे. Meanwhile, the region or area of compression which is formed in previous cycle, that region goes in forward direction. हा जो तयार झालेला कॉम्प्रेशनचा भाग आहे त्यानंतर पुढच्या पोझिशनमध्ये रॅरिफॅक्शन तयार झाला आणि जेव्हा पुढच्या सायकलमध्ये जेव्हा अगेन आर्म्स ऑफ ट्युनिंग फोर्क गो अवे फ्रॉम ईच अदर, मीनवाईल हा जो मागच्या सायकलमध्ये तयार झालेला कॉम्प्रेशनचा भाग आहे तो काय होतो, पुढे सरकतो. इन धिस वे देर इज अ compression and rarefaction. Compression and rarefaction, these regions are formed in the media. So there is a chain of compression and rarefaction up to the ear of person from the source, that is tuning fork. Tuning fork पासून tuning fork जेव्हा आपण एखाद्या हार्ड सरफेसवर हिट करतो, बडवतो, तेव्हा त्याच्यापासून ज्या साऊंड वेव्स निघतात त्या साऊंड वेव्स कानापर्यंत पोहोचेपर्यंत अशा प्रकारचे कॉम्प्रेशन अँड रॅरिफॅक्शन, इन धिस वे चेन ऑफ कॉम्प्रेशन अँड रॅरिफॅक्शन इज फॉर्म अँड दीज such type of chain reach to the eardrum of your ear. Eardrum vibrates and at that time some specific message is reached to the brain, and in this way we got a sound. So today we have completed how propagation of sound takes place. Next part we will see in next video.